Okay, so this is the second word for the time that we're in now. You've already seen some of these things come to pass. People are always saying, oh, things in the Bible have been said over and over and over. And I think a lot of times people don't understand too. God, 1,000 years is like a day. A day is like 1,000 years. So in heaven and hell, there is no time. However, on earth, we're captured by time. So we focus on that instead of understanding that God is very patient and he always gives you a word prior to something happening, long before, because he wants to bring about change to so many people. So they cannot say that they had no idea once it does come to pass. So I'm going to be reading, this is part 2. Today is April 21, 2023. It is 1:50 p.m. I'm going to be reading from Ezekiel 13. You can look at yourself. I'm reading from the NIV, which is one of my favorite versions. It's the easiest to read. I would listen along, but also if you want to in your own time, read it for yourself. Ask for perspective and understanding. I suggest just ask God through prayer quickly, how does this apply to today? And he'll be able to open your eyes. We're starting on chapter 13. The word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel who are now prophesying. Say to those who prophesy out of their own imagination, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says. Woe to the foolish prophets, who follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. Your prophets, Israel, are like jackals among ruins. You've not gone up to the breaches in the wall to repair it for the people of Israel, so that it will stand firm in the battle on the day of the Lord. Their visions are false, and their divinations a lie. Even though the Lord has not sent them, they say, the Lord declares, and expect him to fulfill their words. Have you not seen false visions and utter lying divinations when you say, the Lord declares, though I have not spoken? Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Because of your false words and lying visions, I'm against you, declares the sovereign Lord. My hand will be against the prophets who see false visions and utter lying divinations. They will not belong to the council of my people or be listed in the records of Israel, nor will they enter the land of Israel. Then you will know that I am the sovereign Lord, because they lead my people astray, saying peace when there is no peace. And because when a flimsy wall is built, they cover it with whitewash. Therefore, tell those who cover it with whitewash that this is going to fall. Rain will come in, torrents, and I will send hailstorms hurling down, and violent winds will burst forth. When the wall collapses, people not ask you, where is the whitewash you covered it with? Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says. In my wrath, I will unleash a violent wind, and in my anger, hailstones and torrents of rain will fall with destructive fury. I will tear down the wall that you've covered with whitewash, and I will level it to the ground, so that its foundation will be laid bare. When it falls, you will be destroyed in it, and you will know that I am the Lord. So I will pour out my wrath against the wall and against those who covered it with the whitewash. I will say to you, the wall is gone, and so are those who whitewashed it. Those prophets of Israel who prophesied to Jerusalem and saw visions of peace for her when there was no peace, declares the sovereign Lord. Now, son of man, set your face against the daughters of your people who prophesy out of their own imaginations. Prophesy against them and say, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Woe to the women who sew magic charms on all their wrists and make veils of various lengths for their heads in order to ensnare people. Will you ensnare the lives of my people but preserve your own? You profane me along with my people for a few handfuls of barley and scraps of bread. By lying to my people who listen to lies, You've killed those who should have not died, and have spared those who should have not lived. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says. I'm against your magic charms, with which you ensnare people like birds, and I will tear them from your arms. I will set free the people that you ensnare like birds. I will tear off your veils and save my people from your hands, and they will no longer fall prey to your power. Then you will know that I am the Lord. Because you disheartened the righteous with your lies, when I had brought them no grief, and because you encouraged the wicked to not turn from their evil ways and to save their lives. Therefore, you will no longer see false visions or practice divination. I will save my people from your hands, and then you will know that I am the Lord. That's chapter 13 of Ezekiel. I believe God right now in this year has been speaking multiple words about false prophecies, because it's been going out a lot on the internet, as well as even in the churches and new churches that are being brought. I believe God is also speaking to a lot of people that are getting caught up in, as he said, charms, crystals, practicing magics and divinations, and giving out false prophecies to these people. And of course, people listening and falling prey to it, and people losing their times and losing lives that weren't meant to. And instead, the other one's been giving time and lives that weren't meant to have it. I pray the Lord strengthens you. May he fill you with his love and grace today. Know that you're loved and you're worthy. In Jesus' name I pray.